what can we confidently say that we know about loot boxes, given the current state of the research?
So I would say that we know for sure that, especially in relation to video games on mobile platforms, more than 80% of them, probably close to 90% of the most popular ones, now sell to players something for real money that is not guaranteed. So the player is being sold randomized products in most mobile games. In terms of the research, what we know is that spending money on loot boxes or gambling like mechanics in video games is linked to experiencing gambling harm. We cannot say that loot boxes are causing people to develop that. We don't know that. We cannot prove causation. Uh, but what we do know is that this group who is more vulnerable to gambling harm is spending more money on loot boxes. And that may mean that a more vulnerable group of consumers is spending more money on loot boxes. What we also know from more recent research that has looked at the same group of people 6 months apart, young people, is that young people who spent money to buy loot boxes were more likely to engage in traditional gambling 6 months later and spend more money on traditional gambling 6 months later. Again, we cannot say that it is because that they engaged with loot boxes that they are now engaging with traditional gambling and spending money on traditional gambling. But what we do see from this is that the same group of perhaps vulnerable consumers are being attracted by this type of gambling like products. And what's uh, the point to be made from the regulatory aspect is that even though these mechanics appear to be linked to gambling harm, and you are spending money on an unpredictable outcome, these products are not regulated as a form of gambling in nearly all countries.